You can have the perfect product, the perfect ad, but if you don't have the right price on your dropshipping store, then buddy, old boy, you are not going to make sales, and that product is going to flop all the way down to Davy Jones' locker. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to come up with the perfect price for any product you're selling to maximize the chance of that product working, and of course, scaling to 100 grand months like I've been doing with countless winning products this year. So we're going to use this strategy on both low and a high ticket products so you can see exactly how it works. But the first thing you need to realize is that you need to have margin. When you are running ads on Facebook or TikTok, the lowest cost per purchase you are realistically going to get at scale is around $15 to $20. Which means you don't want to sell a product that only has $10 to $15 worth of margin. And I'm looking at all you TikTok organic freaks that are testing all these sus products that don't provide any real value and really are just impulse buys because they're so freaking cheap. And just to show you how powerful it is when you try out these different price points and offer structures, with my student Paul's store, he was converting at around 3% in the first week of testing a product with the original price. And then after we decided to do a split test where we changed the price and did a low upfront offer instead, look at the difference it made to his conversion rate. It went from 3% all the way to 6%. He doubled his business overnight just by split testing that one offer, which is why I want to at least have a $25 margin, so that way I have some wiggle room to acquire a customer and still have some money left over for Papa E to spend on all those hard workers at Tootsie's. But then after that, I want to be able to at least sell the product for 3 times more than it cost me from my supplier. So at least a 65% gross profit margin, as you can see right here. So in this example, I should be able to find a product that cost me 15 and sell it for 45. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, what if I just want the $25 margin? Well, in that case, you're slipping below 65% gross profit, which I believe is too low to actually be profitable in most campaigns. Like as you can see right here, the average winning campaign for most winning products is a 1.7 return on ad spend. And as we can see with these numbers right here, I need to get a 1.7 just to break even, not even make any money, which is already difficult enough. So I always recommend at least have the 3x rule and a $25 margin at the bare minimum. So applying that to our first example of some cozy winter slippers, we need to be able to sell it for around $30 since it's going to cost us about $5. But is that a realistic price point? Because we don't want to just force margins. We don't force things here. It has to be something that the market is willing to pay. So when I look up the product on Google Shopping and Amazon, what I want to do is gather the range of price points for this type of product. Now, I usually exclude listings from Amazon, Walmart, eBay, all these places that are not really brands. And I try to look specifically for actual brands. So we have $20, $24, we got $45, $120. So there's definitely a little bit of range here. I think the average price point would be around $30. But then on Amazon, we can see the average listing for the same keywords is around 21. So we can see some listings for 16, 35, 12. So I would say that $30 price range, we want that to be around the average of the different listings we're seeing. And I would say that's about the average definitely on Google Shopping because we can see some listings for 50, for 60, some 30. So $30 is definitely a realistic price point. So that checks our first box. But let's say hypothetically the average price for these slippers was actually $50 instead of 30. Would I start my price at 50 or would I start at 30 in that case? Well, for me personally, I would start at 30 to have that lower price point. So that way you handle the potential objection of people at $50 saying, oh, that price is a little bit too much for me. So we handle that objection and we see if this product truly has life. And if we're able to get consistent sales at 30, then we can start thinking about raising the price to 35 to 40. And of course, trying to make more money from every single visitor to find that perfect price. But right now, one of the best offer structures that's killing it for people is doing a low upfront price plus high shipping. So if I wanted to get to $30 for these sunglasses, then I would recommend doing $19.99 on the product page and $10 shipping on the back end. I don't usually go above $10 to $15 at the max, but that can be a great way for people to say, oh my God, this is such a great deal. It's only $20. And then they get to that checkout page. Will they be a little bit upset about $10 shipping? Sure, but they're way less likely to stop their purchase after they've already put in all their information with their credit card details and really are just one click away, compared to if we start with a higher price on the product page and they haven't even started that whole process of actually checking out. All right, quick timeout. I know you're enjoying today's video, but if you are looking for the fastest way to shortcut the learning curve of dropshipping and scale your dropshipping brand from 0 to 1 grand a day in the next 90 days, especially if you've been doing this for a few weeks, months, or years and you're still losing money, then you need to have a one-on-one coach. So thankfully, we have a few spots open if you want to work with my team and I one-on-one so that we can help you choose the right products instead of wasting time and money on the wrong products, and also just give you our winning product page templates that have generated over 7 figures in sales and teach you how to create irresistible offers for all the products that you're going to be selling. And finally, we're going to teach you how to create winning ads for any product that you sell so that you know how to make a product into a winner rather than praying that your next test is going to be a winner. On top of all that, we do have a guarantee where if you don't hit $1,000 a day in the next 90 days, then we will keep coaching you for free until you do. So if you're interested in getting started, then I would recommend booking a call down below with our team to see if we're the right fit to help you scale. So now let's see what the perceived value is for this higher ticket product, which is an electric knee massager. So I've already sourced it and it's about $30 for me. So to match my margin rules, we need to be able to sell it for $90. But again, we don't want to force it. If this product is only perceived as a product that's worth $50, for instance, then I'm just going to move on to another product. So after looking up the keywords, we can see on Google Shopping, 179, 129, 159. So a lot of them are in the 100 price range, which is already above that 3x that we need to be able to sell it for $90. So that's a great promising sign. And I usually am going to look at the average prices again on Google Shopping and have more weight to the prices on here because they're actual brands compared to on Amazon, where yes, a lot of it's based on who has the best deal and price point. But as we can see, the top listing here is also $100. We have other listings, the average is 71, but there's definitely a range where I would say 90 is well within the average price point. So plugging that into our KPI calculator, we can see we match our gross profit margin rules and we only need a 1.5 to break even. Not too shabby. Now, we do need to talk about offer structures because we already mentioned low upfront price. So for the massager, we could do maybe $74.99 plus $15 shipping to get to $90 where we need to be. And that could be a very enticing offer compared to $89 plus free shipping like every other new dropshipper. They'll just do a 50% off compare at price. But you should try other structures like a volume discount. So in this instance, I'm using Kaching bundle, super easy, where all you have to do is just say, okay, when you buy two, you save a certain amount off. So in this case, buy two, save 15, and buy three, save 20. That's typically what you're going to do in terms of percentages. It's based on your margins, but I'd say those are some good rules. So I'd say for the massager, for buying one, I would do a $74 price plus 15 shipping, so that low upfront price. And then because a lot of people have two aching knees, especially me after carrying the dropshipping industry for so long, I would want to do a volume discount play. So a lot like how this massager is $50 for one, and then instead of it being $100 for two, it's $84. So they save 15% off. I would definitely recommend low upfront price versus a volume discount to see which one performs better. Now, let's talk about these slippers because there's multiple colors, and I would always recommend when you have a product with multiple colors, try doing BOGO. You should always be doing that. So we can see for 2 units, it's going to cost us about $9. And we know with our margin rules, we need to sell for 3x and get that $25 margin. So what if instead of buy one for $30, we do buy two for $35? Because that still matches our margin rule. We get the $25 margin and it's a 3x. And that is a way more enticing offer than buy one for $30, because now it's only buy two and $17 each. So using an app like BundleBear, all you would have to do is choose the bundle option and then you select your product. So let me just do an example product and show you exactly how it's done. So we get the Stella. So we do the same product again and it has multiple colors. So this is actually a perfect version. So you can do black for one, you can do black again, you can do white. So that way, if someone wants to buy multiples, they're getting this great deal. And then all you have to do is that the second product is a free gift. So right there, it costs $50 instead of for one, but now it's a BOGO for $50, which is way more enticing. And then typically for the header, you want to do something like BOGO deal ends at midnight, or just have some urgency like this winter sale is going to end soon.
And I know I'm just a broken record, an old fogey when I say this, but you need to be split testing your offers.
So going back to our original example with the slippers, I would do low up front versus a BOGO deal. So we could do a BOGO at $35 versus a low up front where it's $19 on the product page and then $10 for shipping. But we need to have both those offers going on at the same time. So how do we actually do that? Well, inside of Shopify, what you would do is make 2 versions of your product. And then on one, you would set the first offer. And then on the second version, you set the second offer. So just looking at a quick example here, I got this summer shirt. So on these, as you can see, the first price point is $29. And then clicking on the second one, we can see it's $39. So that's all you would have to do, where you just have BundleBear showing up on one version of your product page. And then if you're using, let's say, Kaching for your volume discount, then you have it showing up on the other version. But looking at this example, we can see we have buy one for $29 versus buy one for $39. So it's actually the same offer structure, but 2 different price points. And that's also a split test in itself. So we talked about split testing offer structures to find out what works. But then when you find out, oh, right now BOGO is working the best for me at $35, then maybe you want to try BOGO at $39 versus the one at $35 to see which one makes you more money. So you're always split testing to find the perfect price point. It doesn't happen from the first price, and that's the main thing I want you to learn in this video. Most people, even people doing $100,000 a month, I will hop on calls with, and they'll say, Ethan, I have stuck with the same price and the same offer from day one. And that is an absolute tragedy because you're just missing out on so much money. So using A/B convert, use the URL redirect test. And all you have to do is grab the URL for the product page that you're going to send all of your traffic from your ads on. We're going to choose revenue per visitor, and then we're just going to drop the URL. And then all you have to do is get rid of this prefix, grab this little snippet, and then you're going to tell A/B Convert that only 50% of the traffic that goes to this product page will go to the product page, but then the other 50% will go to the second product page. And that's where the magic really happens, where you can split test and see which price or which offer actually makes you more money. Copy these exact settings, click create test, and in a few clicks, you have done more than 99% of dropshippers when it comes to split testing your prices. Now, as a little hack, with our slippers, we know we need to get to around $30 in order for us to meet our margin rule. But let's say, for instance, we do $19.99 and only $6 shipping. So that only gets us to about 26. But what you can do is on the cart page, do this little shipping protection upsell. And a lot of people will take this option. I see usually 50% of people taking it. And it is basically free money that says you're going to insure the order. So if it doesn't arrive, you'll send them a new one, which you're already going to do, but you're making an extra $4. And that alone can squeeze out the money that you need to hit that $30 target. So this is using an app called Upcart, and all you have to do is just go to the add-on section, and then you can add shipping protection. And you can also consider upselling the same product that you're already selling. So the slippers in this case at another discount. So it could be, instead of it $19, it could be $15 if you're getting a second pair, and we're still making more money. So always consider doing upsells pre-purchase and also post-purchase. Now, if you want access to the exact KPI calculator I use in this video to calculate the perfect prices and know exactly what ROAS I need to hit to be profitable and break even, then comment KPI down below and I'll send it to you for free. So now you know how to come up with the perfect price for any product, but watch this video next if you want to learn how to craft the perfect ads for that product you're testing right now.